DreamWorks has been killing it lately. Can they keep that momentum going? Well, we might be coming to a bump in the road here with Ruby Gillman. So, I haven't seen a lot of marketing for this movie. You know, I didn't see any for Puss in Boots either, so we could be totally wrong here. But no one's talking about it, I haven't seen almost anything about it. But I caught the trailer in front of Spider-Verse, so that's how I kind of found out about it. I'm just gonna start with the synopsis. Sweet, awkward 16-year-old Ruby Gillman, Lana Condor, to All the Boys I've Loved Before franchise, is desperate to fit in at Oceanside High, but she mostly just feels invisible. Okay, I swear, I thought this was Vanessa from Phineas and Ferb. I mean, it sounds like her, doesn't it?
I'm just Ruby Gillman, normal teenager.
But my idiot brain strikes again. It's not. Apparently she was in Alita Battle Angel though. She's math tutoring her skater boy crush, Jabuki Young White. I probably butchered that. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Okay, we don't really want to remember that movie exists, but I guarantee you he was not the problem. So it's cool. Who only seems to admire her for her fractals, and she's prevented from hanging out with the cool kids at the beach because her overprotective supermom, Oscar nominee Toni Collette, Knives Out, has forbade Ruby from ever getting in the water. Okay, gotta be honest, sounds kinda generic so far. Teenager doesn't fit in at her school, her parents just don't understand her, yeah, etc, etc. Look, can we just skip to the part where she can't find a date for homecoming? Thanks. But when she breaks her mom's #1 rule, Ruby will discover that she is a direct descendant of the warrior Kraken queens and is destined to inherit the throne from her commanding grandmother, Academy Award winner Jane Fonda, the warrior queen of the Seven Seas. Now we're sounding more like Luca? And a touch of Moana. I mean, swap out the Kraken for sea people and you've basically got a nearly identical film. The Kraken are sworn to protect the oceans of the world against the vain, power-hungry mermaids who have been battling with the Kraken for eons. There's one major and immediate problem with that. The synopsis actually says that? Okay, interesting. The Skull's beautiful, popular new girl, Chelsea, Emmy winner Annie Murphy, Schitt's Creek, just happens to be a mermaid. Ruby will ultimately need to embrace who she is and go big to protect those she loves most. Okay. Gonna keep it completely 100 with everyone here. This movie sounds generic as fuck. It kinda just sounds like Luca, but boringer. Well, you know, I'm not ready to write it off as a flop just yet, based on that description. But DreamWorks has proven that they've got what it takes to really knock my socks off lately. But maybe bouncing from Spider-Verse directly to this was a Kraken-sized mistake. I think the only way to turn the tide on this argument is to actually watch what they've given us. 2 trailers, and as far as I can see, that's mainly it. Maybe a few posters, TV spots, but that is unfortunately all that I could find. So let's jump in.
The ocean is a mysterious world. Humans know more about the surface of Mars than the floor of the ocean.
Okay, colorful at least. I'll give the movie this, it looks colorful. Little Mermaid couldn't even do that, so congratulations, you cleared the lowest bar possible.
Bloodthirsty monster, sinker of ships. Where are you even getting this?
Well, that water animation actually looks pretty great. It was important to get that right for a movie that takes place a lot of the time underwater. Just gonna say it looks better than Avatar. I know Avatar spent so long on its realistic water. To me, it looked like blue Kool-Aid. Just didn't have the right viscosity. But this, the dark green coloration, like real water is not that blue, okay? This is more realistic. So congratulations to them.
And noble protectors.
I'm just Ruby Gillman, normal teenager.
Okay, let's talk about this character design. In filmmaking, every creative choice has a purpose, right? So let's break down this guy. It's different. I'll give it that. Why does his nose look like a titty? Don't know. I'm being overly harsh here just for kicks. I mean, at least it's different. I appreciate that. We're teetering on strange world territory here. Not that those guys were badly designed, but in my opinion, I think with Ruby Gillman, they're just being overly crazy with it for the sake of being different. And that is a philosophy I don't really agree with. I really like Ruby's character design. I think there's a certain flow to it, no pun intended. You know, at least I can make sense of her facial structure. The French fry fingers, bit weird, but it's not something that will hinder me from enjoying the movie. But this dude, he just might.
Noble protectors.
I'm just Ruby Gillman.
But this guy is definitely me. Hey buddy, did you bring enough crack to share with the rest of the class? Hey. I don't think you can hear me.
For generations, Krakens have protected the seas, keeping us safe from the most power-hungry and dangerous creature of all.
The underwater environments look gorgeous here. If this movie will succeed in any department, it's that one. Doing an underwater movie is hard. We've gotten a lot of them in the past few months with Avatar, Little Mermaid, and now this. But this one is colorful, and the water looks realistic. And you know, I really like the idea of the mermaids being the bad guys. They could have a lot of fun with it. But I hope it's a little deeper than this group's always bad and this group's always good. You know, real life is a little more complicated than that. Like we said a few videos back, I don't remember which one, pushing a message needs to have a little bit of nuance to it for it to actually work. I like the message, good message, but don't pull a Velma here. Is this Chelsea character going to be an evil Ariel? Well, probably. But if DreamWorks wants to be accurate as possible here, they should make her badly written. Hey, gotta stick as close to the source material as possible, right? Full disclosure, never actually finished the original Little Mermaid. If I have, it's been so long, like I don't even remember finishing it. Her character, not the deepest. But I can't lie, I'm kinda losing interest here. You know, if I'm bored, my audience is bored. So here's what this movie needs to do, in my opinion. The character designs are a bit on the goofier side, but if the movie doesn't take itself too seriously with them, then it could use that in really interesting ways with an air of self-awareness. You gotta let the characters bounce and slide around in the most interesting ways possible, playing off that character's incredibly simple personality. You gotta just go full throttle with the goofiness and the campiness and the cheesiness. When you got a movie that's at the risk of being generic, sometimes you just have to go all in and make it crazy just to make a splash. I've been making a lot of puns today. I don't really know where that's coming from. The point is, this movie needs to be different, but in ways that make sense for the character designs and for the spoof they're going for. Don't be another generic teenage sob story. You can be more than that. So, this movie could be great, and it could surprise us, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't have an uphill battle ahead of it. This movie's really gotta convince people that it's good and worth their time. This is a very busy few months for moviegoers, and they're gonna have to do some picking and choosing. You know, it's not gonna be the next Across the Spider-Verse, but it doesn't have to be. It can find enough of an audience for people who think Spider-Verse is too heavy. They could go to this instead, because it's more of a lighter, campier fun. But it really needs to make some ground in the audience reception category. This movie needs audiences pushing it, telling people about it on their own, because clearly, they're not putting the marketing work into it. The amount of marketing a film does is always a really good indication of how confident the studio is in its success. Hence why Elemental is going to be dog shit, but I feel bad. I was very negative in this video. The movie has a lot of stuff going for it, it's colorful, the character designs are at least interesting, and it doesn't look like a total snore. So Ruby Gillman, I hope it's good. I'm going to see it just to review it, but DreamWorks, I have faith in you. Surprise me yet again, and I will love you. So everybody, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe for more videos like this, 5 to 10 minute videos every few days. Comment if you're going to see this movie or if you're just completely going to write it off. I would understand if you did. We also have a Discord. We've got about 15 or 16-ish people in there right now. In there we talk movie news, you can share your art, network with some other YouTubers and artists. That's what we've been getting up to over there. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see ya later.